Gotta make sure it's turned on. Alright, for those seeking a consistent and comfortable shower experience, TempGuard is the practical shower handle attachment that ensures a reliable temperature setting each time. A special thanks goes out to their mentor, Katrina Kirby, for guiding them through this process. Please welcome to the stage Tim Starwell, Braden Hammis, and Maddie Lane.
All right, hey, good evening, everybody. So I just kind of want to start this off with a question for you all to ponder over while I stand here in my very comfortable pink bathrobe. How many of you guys would say that when you get in the shower, you find that perfect, wonderful temperature immediately every time? Now, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would wager to say that probably not many of you. That's totally okay, because for the 99% of us, inconsistent shower temperatures is a common occurrence that the average person experiences every day.
We've talked to everybody, from children, adults, to the elderly, and they can all agree that this is a universal problem that we all have, which is exactly what we, TempGuard, are setting out to solve. Hello everybody, I'm Braden Hammis.
I'm Tim Starwell.
I'm Madison Lane.
And we are TempGuard.
Now, we'll need to start from the beginning to catch you all up. Meet Scubo. Scubo is funny, charming, but also knows when to get serious, just like TempGuard and our team, making him the perfect candidate for the image of our startup. On the side, he tends to the sea animals and explores about, but something he keeps dearer to his heart is protecting people from harm. So when he stumbled upon inconsistent and extreme shower temperatures, he knew he needed to use his underwater expertise to help.
He came up with the genius idea of TempGuard, the shower handle attachment that you'll learn about in a few seconds here. But his two-dimensional and non-existent state made it very difficult for him to get his genius product out to the people. But that's when he found us in room 1811, half paying attention to the bald guy standing in the front of the classroom, trying to teach us about how to make a business model canvas or a customer acquisition cost, I don't know. But Scubo, he envisioned us receiving a future $500 investment. So we knew we were the perfect group, and he handed TempGuard over to us. And now, we're bringing it to you.
So TempGuard consists of two adhesive attachments. One that goes around the base of the handle so that when turned, it will extend and interlock with the other piece, which is a ring that sits on the wall of the shower that is right around the mount of the handle. You see, when you turn TempGuard to turn on your water to your preferred setting, you can set it through the outer piece, which will interlock and set it to that exact temperature every time.
What you need to understand, however, is that TempGuard's basic function not only applies to the average everyday shower taker looking for more consistent temperatures, but it also saves you time and hassle from constantly adjusting the handle. It can protect more vulnerable users, such as children, elderly, expecting mothers, and those with sensitive skin, from potentially scalding themselves or freezing themselves in the shower. It can provide independence for those with disabilities, such as limited hand mobility, as well as visual impairment. It can save you water and energy from preventing excess hot water usage. And on top of all that, it's going to save you money at a really low price. Now, how many problems is that we just solved?
I guess we lost count along the way. Now, Scubo's genius idea is versatile to 95% of shower handles, offering solutions not found anywhere else. To summarize a competitive analysis, judges can find further detail in our full-length business plan. Our product has zero direct competitors when considering our solutions and unique value propositions of being affordable, easy to install, easy to use, and our storytelling elements creating an appeal for the shower for some crowds. Speaking of crowds, TempGuard comes in two styles, TempGuard Scubo and TempGuard Classic. TempGuard Scubo features fun colors with Scubo being a part of the design, whereas TempGuard Classic has a clean look with only the necessary pieces to function. Through this, we meet the wants and needs of our wide customer market.
Now earlier, when we said affordable, we truly mean affordable. Made out of nylon plastic and adhesive. Each unit of TempGuard comes out to only $1.15. Now we mark that up using our cost plus pricing tactic to $18 and slap on an appealing price of $17.99, which brings out a 93.6% profit margin. And I think that speaks for itself. Now when we look at our market sizing, looking at our serviceable addressable market, which targets all of Northern Illinois, we've got around $230,000 sold with 148,050 units of TempGuard. But when we shrink that down to just our surrounding counties, we've got 12,600 potential units to sell and around $230,000 in revenue to be sold.
Alright, so we've done our research, and we know exactly how to market TempGuard the best way possible to optimize our sales using 3 psychology concepts: novelty bias, loss aversion, and basic emotional appeals. TempGuard presents an entirely new thing to shower takers. We can leverage people's attraction to the unknown or innovative items. This is novelty bias. Furthermore, we can take advantage of people's tendencies to make purchases based off of fear. We can frame TempGuard around what the user no longer risks by having it. This is loss aversion and emotional appeals. We can implement these strategies through our social media, our advertising, as well as our packaging. And there's really no need to reinvent the wheel here, because there's no need to. You guys already probably know about some reputable companies. Think Apple, Amazon Prime with their Prime Day deals, as well as their Lightning deals. Also Booking.com. These guys all use these exact same strategies in order to find success in their businesses.
Now, other teams may have sales and revenue to show you, but TempGuard has more capacity to go further and do better in the long run. On the big stage, our profits will surpass our competitors because of our scalability. We plan to start with D2C, or direct-to-consumer sales online, that being our website, Amazon, Walmart Marketplace, and social media shops, which we can then expand into wholesale and retail, that being with lower profit margins but getting us more exposure at places like Walmart, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Home Depot, which we can expand again into business-to-business or B2B deals with our TempGuard Classic, giving us higher volume sales and faster growth, being through places like nursing homes, hospitals, hotels, and even property managers and apartment complexes. Our startup was never meant or built to stay in Byron, Illinois, because we have a real idea that requires manufacturing to be sold in the real world.
And I know what you guys are all thinking. We make all these claims, but what does it really mean if we don't have anything to stay for it? So, using this $500 investment right here, what we could do tomorrow is take our mock-up, which we showed earlier, of the TempGuard to Proto Labs to get professional engineering advice, which we could then use to get a blueprint. We would take that to our connection with Wayne Rasner of Rockford Molded Products in order to start injection molding, and we can truly envision this product up and running within a month. You see, after a 3-year projection of our company, TempGuard is asking for $25,000 in return for 49% stake in the company, assuming a 60% discount rate with a $60,000 pre-money valuation.
Judges, sitting in front of you is a full-length business plan, so if you have absolutely any doubts or concerns in investing in our startup, you can address them using this or ask us any questions.
And also, if there's any slides that you thought were interesting and you want to take a look at them again, just let us know. We can put it back for you and you guys can get a second look. So, once again, I'm Tim Starwell, and I'm here with Braden Hammis and Madison Lane, and we're TempGuard. Thank you very much, guys.
Good job, you guys. Again, I'm going to open the mic up.
Very nice job. For those that are first time in the room, I will give you guys a bunch of credit for taking a product variation that you previously had and making a great improvement based on feedback that you guys have provided. That is the show up every true entrepreneur. You guys took feedback from the market and you made it better. So hats off to you guys for that. Awesome job. I really like you guys touch on the distribution model and thinking about channels of distribution and providing insights for us there and a plan moving forward. I do have a question though for your cost of your first round of molding Rockford products. Do you guys have a projected cost of first mold?
So when we made our COGS, we were kind of thinking more doing like bigger scale and buying in bulk so we can keep it as low as possible. But we do imagine that it would be a little bit higher for our first round, especially once we get talking to Wayne Rasner with an investment, of course, once we know we can do it. And so it would probably be higher. It might be around $3 for that first round.
I appreciate that. And then my follow-up question, which may be some homework for you guys, is what the second and consecutive rounds would be after your first mold. So, very nice job. The improvement was Excellent. So, nice presentation.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, we'll definitely proceed.
Agree with Kyle. Well done on from the first time we heard you speak till today, so great job. One question that did come up then, I don't know if it was addressed or not, you mentioned 95% of homeowners or people, a lot of showers, bathroom, whatever, come with 2 temperatures instead of just 1. Will this just not work for those, or is there a variation? You know what I mean?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. We did take that into consideration, and we're planning on implementing a detachable lock system. So if you remember, it was that little red tab, and that's where it would always stay and turn to. We're thinking that if we seek professional engineering advice, that we could make it so you could take that off and move it. Maybe you don't want to use it at all. It's just for your kids. You don't want them to get burned. You could take it off, but then put it back on when they take their own showers.
Very good.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
So let's say you guys get an investor today, or you win this in a little bit. You get some money. What do you guys see this doing in 5 years?
So in 5 years, we're high school students. We got a lot going on. So ideally what we want to do is we want to build this company, and then we want to look to maybe have an exit plan, right? So we want to sell this company to someone who could